You know me, SDMT. Big news right here, man. Huge news, man. Reports are that Le'Veon Bell is not going to show up by the Tuesday deadline, which means he will not be able to play the 2018 season, man. This is huge right here, man. I got to shout out to Le'Veon for standing strong and standing solid on his toes for what he believes, and he's going to sit out this whole year, you know what I mean, so he can be hopefully a free agent going into the offseason. Now, the Steelers, what they can do is they can transition tag Le'Veon. They won't want to give him a third franchise tag. That would pay him a guaranteed $25 million for a 2019 season, and I don't see that happening. So it's very likely that Le'Veon Bell is going to get his way and he'll be out of Pittsburgh. But with the transition tag, the Steelers can, match his offers, which they likely won't do. James Conner has been balling, man. Shout out James Conner, man. He's an awesome, inspiring player, overcoming his battle with cancer. He's out there just inspiring a lot of people, playing hard football, being strong. Conner's strong. He's shown, great versatility in the running game with power, and he's also been a better pass catcher than a lot of people believe. So James Conner is getting it done. He has 10 rushing TDs so far, and that's more than Le'Veon has had in the season. So shout out James Conner, man. A lot of people are trying to put Le'Veon against Conner and Conner against Le'Veon, but they're teammates. They went to the same meetings. They spend a lot of time with each other, and you can tell they're friends. And Le'Veon is always tweeting and supporting Conner. So you guys stop that nonsense, all you goofy Steeler fans hating on Le'Veon and trying to make him out to be this horrible person when he's just trying to get paid and get that bag. Let's bring it back to the transition tag. So, the Steelers also, if Le'Veon does sign with another team under the transition tag, they'll get a compensatory pick. Compensatory pick, that's a hard word to say. Compensatory pick, which is likely be a third-round pick. So the Steelers are likely going to get something for losing Le'Veon. So that's kind of cool for them. It's kind of crazy. He should be a free agent. 2 years ago, they franchise tagged him twice, which is total BS, man. You got to allow these players to get the money, especially running backs. You should not be allowed to franchise tag a running back for 2-3 years, because running backs have a short lifespan in the NFL. Okay, so you come to the NFL, you're about 22 years old, you come into a 4-year deal. Okay, after that 4-year deal, you're like 26 years old. So you have another 4 years before you're 30. After 30, running backs aren't getting paid. So you have one chance to get that big contract. Receivers have a few chances to get a big contract. Quarterbacks, they can play into their 40s these days, so you can't touch them, so they can play forever, and they get a lot of big contracts. Running backs, you get one chance. You get one opportunity for a big contract, and I cannot fault Le'Veon for going for that. That's what a lot of people don't understand, okay? So, he's going for it. The Steelers don't like giving a lot of guaranteed money to players. That's why they've lost a lot of players throughout the time. So Le'Veon's trying to get that big guarantee. He's trying to break the market and build the market for the running back market, trying to build it back, because running backs are starting to be valuable again now that people are understanding they can be used in the passing game. The NFL is very pass happy, and they're really cutting back on the running game, but you have a lot of running backs that are very, very versatile, like Le'Veon Bell, who had 80 catches last season, that can help you in the rushing game and in the passing game. Also, James Conner is doing a great job at both as well. So the Steelers are going to come out of this situation not so bad. You got James Conner, who's starting to prove that he could fill that void, and then, they can get a third-round pick from it. So it's going to work out for all parties. It's best that, both parties go their separate ways. It happens. Steelers, the way they handle negotiations and the way the locker room and the linemen kind of attacked Le'Veon, you knew that he wasn't going to be coming back. You know what I mean? So I give him a lot of props and a lot of respect for him being able to stand on his toes. You have the public, you have Pittsburgh, you have everybody against you, and you're fighting for what you believe in. You know what I mean? And if that's what you believe in, I respect that. You're not allowing the pressure of everybody else to break you down and make you come in with your tail between your legs and say, okay, I'll do it. You know what I mean? He's standing strong as a man for what he believes in, so I respect that. Now, we look at it, people are saying Le'Veon, he shouldn't get paid $17 million. When you look at it, we look at receivers like Sammy Watkins and Brandon Cooks that are getting paid $16 million per season. Are they more of a factor than Le'Veon Bell? No, they're not. Le'Veon Bell has had more catches than them in the season. Last year with 80 catches, also had 1,200 rushing yards. You add in the TDs, he had about 12 touchdowns. Okay, so he's a factor at winning games for the Steelers also because they were undefeated when he went over 100 yards rushing. So that lets you know when he's getting it done, the Steelers are getting it done, and that comes in wins. That's what the game is all about. So he's a very effective and valuable player for when he's playing at a high level, the team is winning and doing very well. Okay, so we see that. Now we look at a guy like Sammy Watkins. Sammy Watkins is not even the best receiver on his team. We know that. Sammy Watkins is not better than Tyreek Hill. Okay, so the Chiefs are going to have a problem when Tyreek Hill contract time comes around because he's not going to want less than Sammy Watkins when he's more of a factor and a better player than Sammy Watkins. He's more of a dangerous weapon. So, the Chiefs are going to have to figure that out. It may lead to Sammy Watkins being released, or who knows. That's where the NFL goes. But we'll see how that goes, especially also when Mahomes comes around. He's going to need that huge deal for the young star that he's proven to be. But let's bring it back to Le'Veon. But, when we get back to the story, we look at a player that is trying to fight for the value of running backs. And, I love running backs. You know me. You already know why I love running backs. So you just see that they're very important to the game. They're big factors. If you have a great running game and a great defense, a lot of teams have won Super Bowls with average quarterbacks with a great running game and a great defense. A lot of teams. So we know that you can get it done with that. So as we see this story unfolding, it's kind of crazy. It sucks to see Le'Veon getting all this hate and everybody's hating on him. And people don't understand these owners had the money. They had the cap space to offer Le'Veon to get him to those numbers, but they didn't want to. They had a cap for what they were willing to pay a running back. Okay, and they did not want to go above that. Okay, so, it kind of worked out for the Steelers that James Conner has been balling. I've been a fan of him since Pitt. You know what I mean? I love running backs. You already know. It with LaShawn McCoy, Deion Lewis, and then Conner. So Pitt has some great running backs in that stable passing through those years. So James Conner is awesome. I support both running backs. People are like, oh, man, how could you support both running backs? They're both awesome. They're friends, and you know what I mean? Like, they're both good. The Steelers worked out for the best. You know what I mean? Le'Veon actually opened the door for James Conner to get this opportunity, and he's taking advantage of it. In life, when you get an opportunity, you got to take advantage. Now, Le'Veon's going to get another opportunity somewhere else. We'll talk about that at another time, which team he should play for. But this is a big story. It's kind of crazy, but it's awesome to see a man that's really, he's fighting for something bigger than him, and he tweeted that he's not going to apologize for fighting for his worth and fighting for what he believes, he is in value. So I can't fault him for that. I'm tired of all the people hating, all the hating Steeler fans, y'all switching up like crazy, but it's all good though. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Hey, turn on my notifications. SDMT!